But at the end of the day, the question is, why do you do this? Why did you do this to yourself? And those people that say, well, weed is not addictive. Newer studies that I've studied, cannabis is addictive. And the concept of weed, it comes from the word, we refer to weed as, it's cannabis, the real word. And that's because we have cannabis receptors in our brains, endocannabinoids. And these things bond to them. And they do give a little bit of a pleasure to the brain. It does make you feel spacey and unreal from what I've studied. It does make you think about deeper things. But Allah, someone came to me once and said, it makes me do salats better. Allah says, Allah didn't say, come smoke weed and worship me. But I remember Allah better. Allah doesn't want that kind of worship. Are you worshiping yourself because you feel better when you're praying? Or are you worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? If Islam is an issue in your life because it tells you not to engage in any kind of drugs that mislead you, that do not make you think clearly, then you have to ask yourself, did I do this religion to suit myself, or because I knew that I wanted to go towards a higher being? Because if I want to go towards a higher being, I have to understand what that being wants from me, what that God wants from me. Why did He create me? If I get an iPhone, okay, I'm not going, you know those people that you get something to build, they ditch the manual, they go, oh, manuals are for chumps, I'm just going to make it up myself. It never turns out the right way. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created you. We created an iPhone. When we give people this iPhone, we give it a user's manual. Don't leave it out in the sun, don't throw it in the water, it's not waterproof, don't do this is the on button, this is the volume button. This is a contraption you and I made. I tell you, could any of you guys create a human being from scratch? No. Something as intricate as you and I doesn't have a user's manual. When you come tell me, why is weed haram in Islam, alcohol haram in Islam? Did you read the manual? No, I didn't, I just feel like it. Okay, well, you know what? Whenever at the end of the day you're broken up and you're messed up and you have trouble telling between reality and fiction because you're just so high and nothing makes sense anymore and the people around you resent you, and you didn't look at the manual, did you? So the end product is going to be a mess. You don't need these things. You don't need to smoke things, brothers and sisters. When you smoke things and you do things like this, it's telling me and it's telling your Creator that I'm deficient in something. Something is not making sense. That's what an addiction is. From biting your nails to smoking psychedelics. Something is off in this human being and he's not getting the right help he needs. So in this moment, if you do have a trouble with addiction, I strongly suggest you go to a mental health specialist. And you really think about your life, because that thing that you are indulging in to an addictive extent is not doing you any favors. And if it was, it would have been prescribed for you. So ask yourself, what am I lacking inside me that's leading me to submit to this weed or drugs or alcohol or tobacco or whatever it is that you're smoking? What is it inside me that's making me submit and letting that control me? Because when you are addicted, you're letting something else control you. You're not in control. You crave it as if it's calling you. It becomes a personality with you. That this thing, I can't live without it. You can even distinguish it as a love in your life. That's how they distinguish it in songs. I can't get enough of you. You're part of me. The guy thinks he's talking about a woman or something, and then at the song you find out he's talking about weed. That's how he's describing it. It becomes a human for you. It's like, oh my God, he needs me, I need to smoke it. These are mental instabilities, these are problems in normal human beings. Like for example, it's people that bring pets into their homes. Are you lacking love? They sleep with their dogs, like right next to the dog. They bring it in the bed. It's an animal, it belongs outside. Why are you putting it next to you in the bed? Are you deficient in something? Do you need love? Are you unable to have kids? Is there something missing in your life? That's why we try to supplement it with these things. Do not bring these things that cause you harm psychologically into your life and try and say, why doesn't Islam let me? Well, Islam is giving you the manual. You can choose to follow it or not. But the end result is always up to you.